God is asking me to offer Isaac on the altar. This is a sentence, we hear it sometimes. And it goes back to the story of Abraham and Isaac. When God came to Abraham and he said to him, Abraham, take your son, the one you love, the future promise, and offer him as a sacrifice to me. But why God is doing this? There's two things here, why and how. The why, God is always going to ask you to offer anything that you love more than him. He wants to test your heart and my heart that we love him more than anything he gives us. So God always want to check my heart. Do I love ministry more? Do I love business more? Do I love my family more? Do I love anything, achievement I have more than him? Because if you love anything more than him, you make it an idol. And that's why God was checking with Abraham's heart. Do you love Isaac more than me? And Abraham obeyed. But then the how thing is very unique. That's what we're going to talk about today. It didn't happen in a day. There is a journey of trust between Abraham and God in many situations that made Abraham ready in that test with Isaac. You remember the story with Sarah when it was a famine, so Abraham has to move to Egypt, and she was very beautiful, so he said that she was my sister. She was a half sister, but he didn't say she was my wife. And then she was taken away from him and went to the Pharaoh's house, and he had to trust God that God will protect Sarah, and he was praying that God will protect her because he cannot protect her, and God did. And he believed in God in situation, that's very hard situation, and God protects Sarah and send them away from Egypt with lots of richness. But then several years later, when he had Hagar and Ishmael, and then he got the baby Isaac, and then the baby Isaac, Sarah saw that the son Ishmael mocking Isaac, so she said to Abraham, you have to get rid of the slave woman with her son from the house here. He's not going to inherit with me. And Abraham was very upset because it was his son to Ishmael. But then God came to him and said to him, Abraham, do what Sarah is saying. I'm going to take care of Ishmael because he's your son, but you kick them out. So Abraham the next day believed in God that God will protect them. He gave her a bottle of water, gave Hagar a bottle of water, and he let her go in the desert. But him as a desert man, he knows that within 2 days she will die from thirst. But he had to trust God that God will save Hagar and Ishmael, and he had to believe in that, and he went back to his normal life, and God came through the angel and saved Hagar and Ishmael. So when they came to the situation about Isaac, and God said to Abraham, offer Isaac. Abraham, he said either God will raise Isaac from the dead, or he's going to do something. He is in control. I trusted him with Sarah, my wife, a few years ago. I trusted him with Hagar and Ishmael and sent them in the desert, and he saved them. And I have to trust him here too. He will also save Isaac somehow. Maybe he's going to raise him from the dead. And that's exactly what God does to us. He doesn't ask us the Isaac issue right away. He trains us in several faith trips and faith test, and we believe in each other, and we build the trust. So when Isaac test comes, we are ready. So when God is asking you to do something beyond your ability, look back in your life history. How many times God saved you when he asked you to do something, and he came and he saved you when you trusted him. He's going to do it with Isaac, same as he did with Hagar and Ishmael, same as he did with Sarah, so many. He's going to do it with you and me in our life.